Are you a mid level working professional? Are you somebody to whom people look up to and think, wow, his life is sorted, but actually feel miserable? Are you someone who would really love to feel satisfied, not only in his career but also in his life? Then you're at the right place. Hi, my name is Tanya Mehra. I am a career reset coach who believes that you do not have to be miserable for 8 to 10 hours in the day and enjoy the rest of your time too. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about 10 different things that I do that helps me not be miserable. And while I have the freedom of working at my own terms, and most of you don't, how to align these things so that you have a more fulfilling career. First things first, you really need to know what your core values are. Core values are not something that your family tells you or what society tells you. Yes, these are the things that influence what your core values could be, but your core values are very different. And to reflect what your core values could be, just think what are some of the non negotiables for you. Are you okay to let go honesty in some situation versus the other? Then honesty is not your core value. How important is communication to you? Is it more important than anything else? How important is freedom of choice for you? Do you get upset when that particular value is missing in a particular situation? So, first become aware of what your core values are. Now, you might ask me, Tanya, but how does that help? Here is step two. Once you know your core values, you will know exactly what triggers you in any situation, which happens a lot in our work, right? A colleague would walk in and would just interrupt while we are in the flow. Or the manager, without appreciating the good things that you've done, is constantly poking on the things that you've not done, right? And it depletes your energy. So, once you become aware of your values, it helps you understand what are your trigger points. Now, when you're aware of your trigger points, it takes us to point number three, which is the minute you get to know these are your trigger points, you move the locus of control. What is locus of control? That one side of thinking when the external locus of control is outward is that things are happening to me. People are doing this to me, but that is not the truth. It is you who's experiencing things in a certain way. So when you start thinking from this perspective, okay, I have the control of this situation, I can do something in this situation, that is when you're moving the locus of control from outside to inside. Now let's take the same example we took earlier. Let's say the manager comes and keeps pointing out all the things that you're not doing well instead of appreciating what you've done well. How can you change the locus of control over here? Let's take, for example, appreciation or recognition is your core value. So, realizing that you're not getting it from your manager at this point, sitting down and making a list of things that you actually liked about the work that you did. Recognize your own work. I did this well, I did this well, I did this well. Right? You can, in fact, go to the same manager and be like, hey, this is the work that we did. I really like this part that I did. What are your thoughts about it? I know I did this as well. What do you think about it? So the locus of control has shifted, and you will no longer feel restless, or you will no longer feel helpless in that situation. Right? That's step number three. Step number four is actually repeating this wherever you go. Whichever situation you find yourself that something is missing, something is not aligning, repeat the same process. You will know exactly what you need to do, how you need to move forward. Now, point number five is simple. See, the thing is, constantly we are thinking about the things that are not going right in our life at any point of time. So, let's say you're just going about your life, and if I suddenly interrupt you and ask you, hey, what are you thinking? I'm sure 70% of the time it would be something negative, something that's not happening, something that's bothering you. And when we keep thinking about it, we are just spiraling. We're just spiraling and it is not making us feel good. So, during the day, any point of the day, just take 2 minutes pause, especially when you're not feeling all right. And try to notice all the things that you like in that moment. It could be that, oh, good, you're sitting in an AC office because outside it's really hot. Oh, good that you're wearing your favorite pants. Oh, good that you have a very good pen in front of you which writes very smoothly. Try to notice a few things in front of you that you really, really like. What happens in this case is you are switching. You're switching your mind, a mind that is so used to of thinking negative thoughts and all the things that are not happening. So you switch it and you force it to see what is good. That pause helps your mind. It gives it some time to relax. And in some cases, it helps you to notice more of what is going well. And in fact, if you make this a habit of noticing what is going well, you will notice that it is attracting more positive situations into your life. It starts feeling as though you're bending your reality. But this definitely takes time, it doesn't happen in one go. Point number six is actually something that you have to do at the start of your day. You need to set the intention for the day. Whenever you wake up, whenever you go to the washroom and you're freshening up, you need to have some statements or some things that you feel grateful for. It could be for your family, it could be for anything. It could just be for the fact that it's Wednesday or the fact that it's Friday. You need to give gratitude to the things that you are really happy about in your life. Not something that you would wish to improve, but you are happy the way it is already. It sets the motion of the day, it gives gratitude. Here's something I tell my clients of how to understand this point. Have you ever brought a gift for someone and gifted it to them? And there are multiple types of reactions, but we are talking about two types of reactions. One is the person would be happy. They'll be like, oh wow, this is so nice. Thank you so much. When they unwrap it and they see what it is and they genuinely feel good. Oh, this is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. I love it. What do you feel inside? You feel good. Now let's take another example. You give somebody a gift and they're like, oh well, thank you. And they ended there. There's nothing more, nothing less. In fact, they start to complain about it. Oh, I already have this, but thank you so much. You won't like it inside, right? You will not feel good. Now, let's assume this is how universe works too. When you give thanks, genuine thanks for the things that you have, universe feels appreciated and universe would want to give you more of it. And when you're not doing that, you're just cribbing and you're just like neutral or blah about it, why would universe want to give you more of it? Right? And no, universe doesn't work like this. It is actually your mind that allows you to see more, but we can discuss this in detail some other time. This is what you should do. Now the seventh point is something that I really like, because this is relevant not only for people who go to offices and corporates or MNCs or MSMEs, but it is also relevant for people like me who are entrepreneurs, running a startup, doing something of their own. There are days where you do not feel like working. Like you do not at all feel like getting up from wherever you are and switching on the laptop and working. What do you do in those cases? I have the solution for that. Well, get superficial as much as possible. For that particular day, if you like dressing up, wear the nicest dress possible, wear the nicest outfit possible. If you have a particular perfume you wear only when you go outside, wear that perfume that day. If there are some things you do only on the special days, do it that day. When you engage in these things, it motivates you further. It brings in the energy, it makes you feel uplifted, it makes you feel good. And then it brings in the energy to work. At least it will set you into momentum. You will stop thinking, I don't want to go, I'm feeling low, there's no mood, versus, okay, I smell nice, okay, I look nice, okay, I'm feeling good. Sometimes that is all you need to shift the momentum. Some of you, if during the day, let's say it's Wednesday and you realize, oh, there are 2.5 full days that you need to complete, what do? Order some coffee. Order something really nice. Like treat yourself, pamper yourself, give yourself that. It really works like magic every time. In fact, my cousin, she depends on this particular advice a lot. Now the next thing that I'm going to share is something that is actually borrowed from one of my mentors. He would say, have a clock in and clock out ritual. And I think this is evident outside, but it was as simple as earlier when I was working in a particular organization, there was this thing where you had to put your biometrics before you step in. Eventually, we had the card, and after a point, everyone just stopped doing it, right? So we just had to be there for the first meeting, which was 10 minutes of stepping into the company. But he never stopped clocking in. Like, we used to sit on the fourth floor, the clocking machine was on the third floor. He would go to the third floor, put his biometric, come to the fourth floor. Why? Because he's telling his mind, okay, I am ready to start my work. And he would do the same thing while going back, clock out, biometric. He's telling his mind, okay, I am ending the day, closing the day. Unless something important, I'm not going to discuss work. He's training his mind. When you train your mind for when that working hour has started and when it's ended, it is motivated to do it. If you don't clock out, you carry your work into everything else and wherever you go. And that will not do you good for two reasons. One, it affects your personal life. Second, when you have the time to think about work, you would think, when do I not think about work? So, what is the difference? Right? It just spills over. So, might as well just take that pause and clock out. You can create any ritual you want. For me, the ritual is because I sit at home. For me, the ritual is I come, I clean my desk, not entirely, but set things right, and that's when I open my laptop and sit to work. Sometimes I even use crystals to do Reiki and cleanse the energy. And to clock out, I would just sit, make the final notes of what I've done, what do I need to do the next day, switch off my laptop, get up, push the chair back in. That's it. I've clocked out. So think what your clocking and clock out ritual can be. It is very helpful. Now the 10th point. The last point. You're gonna hate this. I hate it too, but I'm gonna share it any which ways. The 10th point is just shut up and do the work. Just get to it. Just get on to it and do it and finish it off. Sometimes the problem is that we think so much about work. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and this. Our mind is working so much that it drains us out. Keep your mind aside. Whatever task is at hand, start doing it. Sometimes, doing the smallest task can feel really good. It can help you. So, just shut off this mind chatter and get into action. Sometimes the problem is you don't have to think, you just have to show up and do the work. And that will set the momentum. But sometimes, not all the time. All the other times, you can refer to the first 9 things that I've shared. Okay, all the best. Bye. I hope this helps. Put in the comments what are the problems that you face so that I can create more videos around it and help you out with some really easy, manageable, doable steps. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.